Hello friends, this is Jim with Science Talk. I have a story here involving urban trees. Urban trees, as I will relate to you in a moment, are more than just simply decorations or make a street look nice, whatever. They are also very important to storing carbon. Makes sense, right? That's what the tree do. But if you have enough urban trees in place, the amount of carbon they store is not insignificant. It's very significant and thus very important. And in the long run, it will also save people loads of money. And just think about it. If you have shading, well, in the summertime, you don't have all that heat coming into the building. You don't have to run your AC as much. You don't run the AC as much, you're not spending money on electricity. As a quick example. This is a study based out of the UK. London researchers have identified a new reason for preserving urban trees because they can store as much carbon as a comparable stand of tropical rainforest. When you have great concentrations of people in rapidly expanding cities, the asphalt jungle kind of deal, that also drives climate change. And not to mention, also making people more susceptible to health issues. So their finding is another reminder of the impact that the mega cities have both on climate change as well as possible answers to climate change. Other research teams have already emphasized the direct value of a green canopy, referring to treetops, in crowded urban streets. One study has calculated a megacity's benefit to the value of around $500 million a year, $500 million a year, just by having tree-lined streets and shaded parks. Another study has matched the foliage in the avenues with real estate prices to find that, at least in California, street trees add up to $1 billion to property values. And for once, urban foresters gain something from the increasingly warm and sometimes stifling conditions in the cities. Street, garden, and park trees flourish as the temperatures creep up. Now, of course, that's going to depend on the species of trees that are planted, but you can plant the appropriate trees that will do well in the typical temperature range of the area involved. So London geographers report in the journal Carbon Balance and Management that they use airborne LiDAR data, which it's an acronym that means light detection and ranging. That's what the LiDAR acronym stands for. They also use ground measurements to generate a map of the carbon stored in 85,000 trees in just one area of London, the borough of Camden. They found that parklands such as Hampstead Heath, which is apparently a famous London open space. Never been to London, so I wouldn't know. But apparently that's what it is. Can store up to 178 metric tons of carbon per hectare. This is comparable with the 190 tons that are typically stored in tropical rainforests per hectare. Obviously, trees have value. They provide they absorb rainwater, which means if they're absorbing rainwater, the rain's not running off, so thereby decreases erosional rates. Of course, they filter the air, and they provide habitat for creatures, like birds, rodents, what have you. So, Matt Disney, who is an author and a leader of the University College London Geography LiDAR Research Group, says an important outcome of our work was to highlight the value of urban trees in their various and very different settings. The approach has been really successful so far, so we're extending it across London to other cities in the UK and internationally. His co-author, Phil Wilkes, also at UCL, University College London, said, "Urban trees are a vital resource for our city that people walk past every day. We were able to map the size and shape of every tree in Camden, from forests and large parks to individual trees and back gardens. This not only allows us to measure how much carbon is stored in these trees, but also assess other important services they provide, such as habitat for birds and insects. Now, excuse me, I want to point out something here. We were able to map the size and shape of every tree. No, they didn't even do sampling. They measured every tree. So in statistics, usually when you have such a huge, population, you can't measure or sample every single individual, so you take a sample. And we use the sample to estimate whatever parameters we're trying to assess of the population in general. It could be, let's say, the average height, the average weight, what have you. You take a sample, and those statistics estimate the parameters. Here, they were doing no estimation. They were measuring every single one of them. They knew the exact value of the parameters. That makes for even a stronger, from a statistical point of view, makes for even a stronger presentation and stronger findings. So basically, you should not be surprised that planting piles of trees helps pull down CO2. It provides shade, it increases value. There's the aesthetic, help provide microhabitats. It's basically a win-win all around. And this is something that pretty much all cities around the world should be doing. So thank you for your time, and we'll talk soon. Hey folks, just a reminder to please subscribe and click the bell so you know when I drop a video. Please share my videos, please tell others of my channel and of the work that I do. I also hope that you will consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/Science Talk with Jim Massa, where from time to time I upload videos there exclusively for my patron subscribers. Details in the description box below. Thanks.